Hello, hello. How's everybody doing? That's right. I'm on. Even though we're off working for Lund, the show never stops. It never ends. We as in me and my alter ego that wants to kill people, constantly are working. So, what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about a Ford. I think it looks to be a Ford Mach-E GT attempted to do an update, and a message on the screen appeared to say update not successful. Did we not call that about 2 years ago, where the future was an update rendering your vehicle useless? And we have seen, again, not a very broad examples of what would happen if you were to tune your car or change the body control module programming on a vehicle that has the ability to update itself over the air. And I think what the electric car model is doing is showing you the future. It's showing you the intention of the car manufacturer of the future, that they're going to basically update this car to death. While the updates are well-intentioned, nobody bats an eye when your phone updates. Nobody bats an eye when all of a sudden you get an update and you get solitaire and a bunch of dumb, stupid crap on your phone, but you're able to see somebody else's text, when they love what you said or something like that. But on cars, I don't trust. See, the thing is, I can get around without this thing. I can absolutely get from point A to point B without a phone. But with cars, a completely different agenda, and I'm gonna say that it's gonna be used for nefarious activities more than for convenience updates. Also, I went to a buddy's house today. This guy has a collection of cars that you would drool over. Right after the show ends, I'm going to edit that video and make it live tomorrow. And tomorrow I am interviewing somebody at 1 p.m. Hopefully he is still available to have that interview. So I have had a very busy day. But in that conversation today at the buddy's house, he is having motor issue. I'm so stupid. Motor issue. So he has had a Florida-based builder build him multiple engines, and in multiple occasions, he has been fucked. And we broed out over that, over what I'm going through, over what I'm experiencing, over what past people of similar engine builders have done, and people don't say anything. And you know who loses? The general public. When people stay quiet and don't want to air out their grievances, what happens is the general public has to go through their own tuition process. But we'll talk about multiple things today, but not before Mr. Bill O'Reilly says hello to the people here, and we can get the show going.
Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
You tell him, Bill.
Fucking thing sucks.
It does suck. It always sucks. It was always sucked. That's right. We're going to talk about Tuaro Solution. Rami Zaidan is selling his ZR1. If you want 1,000 plus horsepower ZR1 that has gone 190 or so in the half mile, hit up Rami Zaidan, Tuaro Solution. It's white. So there you go. It ain't going to be cheap. It's a white, fully built Corvette ZR1 C6. 2 Auto Solutions. Race Motor, racemotor.com, Race Motor on Instagram, Race Motor everywhere. Promoting that they're going to get going come springtime. Once the snow thaws out in the Northeast. Why the hell do they put events up there? Get events down here. D&H Performance pays their bill. The most consistent sponsor we have here. YDBT at checkout, or mention the show, Peasant Chat, somewhere. Email them and they will hook you up with something. Parts Farm, partsfarm.com, Parts Farm on Instagram, Parts Farm everywhere. Shell, GT350s that have been curb rashed, GT350 wheels, exhaust, center consoles, steering wheels, anal, all the stuff you can get at the partsfarm.com. Comfortperformance.com, Ultimate Header on Instagram, PMAS, Nick James, and Playback. Caliber Transmission, CaliberTransmission.com, Caliber Transmission. I'm going to be shipping my Corvette up. I cannot make it up to this week. This week is jam-packed with work. If I didn't have to tear into a GT500 motor, I would have been so happy. I would have gotten content from Ben Calmers and all this stuff. But no, my stupid ass has to become amateur motor builder out of necessity. 2000 MCR, Joe Swish. Oh my lord, I did not hit the actual thing so you guys can see your name pop up. Oh my God, Alex, I can't see my name pop up. Oh, my dick. I'm like, I know, I get it. Relax. Here we go. Again, 2000 MCR, Joe Swish, Tiller, GTO, Mendoza Coyote, Monty 540, Leon Phelps, 1320, Mafia, Gallo Bravo, Turoviate Racing finally got up from his, what the fuck does he do? Refinery job? HDFU grad, Kyle Cross, Clip Cup the Horse, Robo Style, Joe Jackson, Turoviate again. Oh, he's going to spam the chat. The Wolf, Kyle Cross, Mofler, Matt, 2011 GT, the other mod, Donkey Mac, Boxy Luxury, and Mod List, Kyle Cross. Be careful, ask questions. You wouldn't have to worry about fruitcake managers don't like much being asked about hours. Play the political game while you work for someone else. Okay. Michael Rodriguez, Osmond Conley, Coyote Kelly, Hellcats, and Track Cox, Joe Mama, Rican 5-0, Kellen Stocks, Evan Smith, Nick Hayes, Boxy Luxuries, Diego Flores, TJ Skorsky, Phil Fez, Greg Yovic, 13 Pro Cal, 2JZ, Fox Body, Naldo 302, Turbo Addict, Michael Locke, Coyote Kelly, Carl Life, Cody Stewart, Danny Monge, there's Alex, and the playa from the Himalayas. Good evening. What's up, Emery? Hope everyone's doing good, says 508 Josh. Harley Gonzalez, Omar 1LE, Nick Hayes, Dixon 225, Ryan Freeman, Justin Mohammed, Rodrigo, Johnny Boy, Modless is get all the way to the bottom. We'll get to the show. Reflex, Khalid, Sububali, holy shit, Jethro. Why do Arab people just call their kid like Sal? Khalid, Subuwawi, Tony El Tigre, Tony, Tristan Malzone, Smoking ZX14, Hoodie Caddy, It's Ye Bison, Hatch 450, Gavin, Ken Phillips, and Milton Perez. Let's get to it. That's right. We have a car that has been rendered useless via a mother effing update. So, we have a car that looks to be a Mach-E or Mach-E GT. And after an update, this was on Twitter or X, update not successful. Unfortunately, a recent software update was not successful. Your vehicle cannot be driven. Please call customer support. Ford Customer Relationship Center, 1-833-926-3287. We sincerely apologize. I'm sorry. Oh, you've been rendered useless and on the side of the road and it's 2 degrees. I'm sorry. Oh, you just want to go get some groceries and the motherfucker decides to do an update and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. We sincerely apologize and will work to resolve this situation as quickly. Sorry. For the tow truck operator, when ready to load the vehicle on the flatbed, push and hold the brake pedal and accelerator pedal all the way down. 2. Shift into neutral and while holding both pedals all the way down. Press L or S in the center of the gear selector. If applicable, something. I can't read it. Check the instrument cluster and allows the vehicle to be put in neutral. Release the brake pedal and accelerator pedal. Oh, could you imagine? You virtue signaling homo. You were out there thinking you were going to save the planet. You know, I want to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. As you smell your own farts. And then you're driving to Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, dancing, all up in the record. And the car goes, bing boom, update not successful. Please pull over. You pull over. At the same, we're sorry. An update was not able to be installed. Sorry. Now, for the tow truck operator, do the following. Sit on the gear selector with your asshole. With your right foot, kick yourself in the nuts. With your left foot, kick the window out. Then shit on the accelerator. Sorry. What the hell is going on? Now, we talked about this before. We talked about the fact that typically when government or any manufacturer, because I have a feeling, let's say there's internal memos, let's say at Ford, and the internal memo says, the customer does not really own his car. Let's talk about it. You've seen that people, manufacturers, are starting to do fuckery with the cars that you buy. You buy a F-350 King Ranch Limited. What is that even a thing? And then, let's say you're in the Northeast, and you got heated seats, ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, heated side mirrors. 3 months pass and they go, bing bong, demonstration mode is over. If you would like your ass hot, your mirrors defrosted, and your hands toasty on the steering wheel, click the sync button and a customer representative will be with you right away. Excuse me? Well, let me go ahead and click that. Hi. Sorry about the fact that you don't have heated seats, side mirrors, and a steering wheel. Sorry. If you would like to continue to have these options, it's simply $11 a month. Now, you didn't know because who the fuck reads the fine print in the purchase and sales agreement? Nobody. Remember the South Park episode that stated that if you agree to the user agreement that Apple is allowed to sew your lips to someone else's asshole and create a human centipede? Remember that episode? Oh gosh, if you don't, you need to go ahead and check out South Park's Human Centipede show. So in that episode, Kyle just wanted to use his iPad. And he started clicking agree. And then everyone's like, then he went to the Apple store. One of the geniuses was like, did you agree to the user agreement? Like, yeah. He goes, well, you actually agreed for them to sew your lips to someone else's asshole. And while they shit in your mouth, they create a human centipede. And it was unbelievable. So when you go to a dealership and you start signing all this shit, nobody. You know how this is the sales manager. First of all, there is no sleazier motherfucker at a dealership than the purchase and sales manager. Like the guy that gets you the loan. Well, we got 3 options here. 10 years at 1%, 16 years at 3%, 9 years at 1.5%. And if I were you, I would do the 4-year 80%, $7,000 a month. What? Like, they make the verbal gymnastics to make it seem like the worst deal is the best deal. Is no more slimy cocksucker in the whole dealership than the homosexual that is finalizing your loan. He graduated from being a sales guy. He then was the popcorn filler. He then was a porter. Then he washed. Then he came back inside, did, internet sales, and he somehow ended up being in charge of the finances of this vehicle. So when he reads you the contract, and it's the Bible, you look at a contract, it's like the Bible of all Bibles. And it's like, well, right here, it just says that if you don't want to use a heated mirror, it's going to sew your lips to someone's asshole. Excuse me, what? Right here, it's just simple. Just sign right here in the X. It just says they can sew your lips to someone's asshole and they can shit in your mouth. It's all good. It's just a standard contract. It's just a standard contract. And you're like, oh, okay, got it. Cool. I want the truck. So these microtransactions are going to be the future. Also, over-the-air updates you didn't ask for. When was the last time that you received an update on anything? Anything. And it made it better. I have software on this computer that is for editing. It's Wondershare Filmora. And it goes, hey, you want to update that? I'm like, sure, I want to update. Why would I not want to update this thing? And it erased everything I had downloaded and had in a nice little folder for templates. And I'm like, wait a minute. Your update erases everything? I thought it just updates what it needs to update. No, it's a hard reset. So if you're driving down to the mall with your kids, Timmy in the back, and you're looking out for cyber trucks. Oh, I want to make sure I don't see any cyber trucks because Timmy might get decapitated if a cyber truck hits the side of my vault. Oh, Timmy, are you okay? Daddy, I'm afraid of cyber trucks. Got it, Timmy. Go play with your gender-neutral doll. I get off tangent. And then the car's like, oh man, damn, this is updating. It's okay. It's only going to make it better. And bing bong, and it shuts off y se acabó el party. Right. And then you're like, oh my God, holy shit, Why did this thing update? And you laugh at the people that have old cars, piece of shit cars. Meanwhile, my Fox buddy is a dumb motherfucker. If the apocalypse happened tomorrow and an EMP wiped out everyone's computer, I get a new MSD box and start that bitch up. Just like Tom Cruise in the movie something tomorrow? The one with the things came out of the War of the Worlds. War of the Worlds. I thought it was Edge of Tomorrow. That's the one where he is a officer in the military and gets put into the front lines, and these mimics. I'm going to go into detail. These mimics attack him, and some of them are purple, and those reset time. Great movie. It's wonderful. Where the fuck was I? So now you're going to get cards that update when you don't... when you don't want them to update. Welcome to the future. Now let's talk about motors. I don't trust any motor builder. How's that? I don't think any motor builder that I've dealt with is any good. And people always are throwing suggestions at me. You got to go to this guy. Well, that guy doesn't fuck with 5458s. Probably for a good reason. Well, go to this guy. Well, that guy we've had issues with here, and here. Why don't you bring it back? Bro, stop it. Bring it back. Stop it. I've learned my lesson. So now I'm kind of like, when I went to my buddy's house, he was like, dude, I don't trust anybody. I had a cylinder head issue, and it kept burning water, and I kept losing water. And you know what it was? He never magnafluxed the heads. And every single valve was cracked, or every single seat was cracked, and you couldn't really see it unless you magnaflux the bitch. And he had to be, why don't you pressurize the cylinder head? And the guy goes, well, I don't pressurize all these cylinder heads. Dude, if you had a way of pressurizing cylinder heads to ensure the seats and everything was airtight, and all you had to build was 2 plates, exhaust and intake. Yes, it's intricate, but it is possible to do. Alejandro Flores worked at a company where we pressure tested every pump before it went out. And if it wasn't airtight, it failed. So now this gentleman had a cylinder head situation, and he's like, dude, the valves are cracked, the valves tulipped, and then then it was losing water, and there was cracks everywhere, and I had to get 2 new cylinder heads. I would have been absolutely mind blown and he did it 3 times. Listen, gentlemen, he went to this person 3 times, and the 3rd time was the final straw, and it was for a customer's car. Imagine you recommend an engine shop. Said engine shop rebuilds the motor. Cracked behind the valves, never checked. Too high of a pressure on the spring, tuliping the valve and the 3rd time he was just done with the guy. So then I said, well, I'm going through a similar thing. My GT500 motor I took to someone who I thought was legit at the time. At this time, I don't think anything of the person. So I go, who do I take my motor to? Like, I finally got the cylinder heads off of the GT500. Visually, I see nothing wrong, but we all saw that the valves are hung open in 3 cylinders. So I'm like, well, who do I take the cylinder heads to that I trust? One, has the equipment in-house. It's one thing to say, I know a guy that has good equipment and let me take it to him. Well, fuck, I could do that. Why would I send it to you so that you could send it to some other guy and then you upcharge me? Let's say he charges you $1,200. You charge me $1,600 for what? Driving it over there? So I don't trust any motor builders. So I started thinking, why do certain people leave platforms? Have you ever noticed a guy that was maybe a Evo guy, or a Camaro guy, or a Mustang guy, Coyote guy, and then they leave the platform and they're happy elsewhere? You know how many guys I know left the Coyote platform because of the shenanigans and then ended up in a BMW and they're happy being a 990 homo? You could have been a 990 homo in a Mustang, but I understand it's the shenanigans, it's the not trusting the people that build motors, it's not trusting people that build. This channel tries to do the best in a genuine way I attempt to help you, guide you. And that's why I told you guys, if your goals are to be 1100 and under, you buy a Ford Racing Illuminator. But what about this guy? No. What about that guy? No. What about that guy? No. Now, this is the other issue. Most of my customer base and myself are under 1200 horsepower homos. So 80% of the buying public that's going to purchase a built motor is going to be under 1200 horsepower. How many motor builders do you know build 2000 and up horsepower motors and seemingly have no issue? Meanwhile, if you're in the know, motors have been replaced, motors have been gone through small failures here and there. Again, shit happens. But you don't hear about it. And that is where there's a disconnect with the general public. I think it's disingenuous to live off of falsehoods. If you've had a failure, talk about it. And talk about why it failed. And talk about how you are going to remedy it. I would respect a shop that would say, we have seen these, let's say, LSs. They make this much power, but at this much power, this happens. And we have had it happen on a couple of our motors, and I am more than happy to fix it now that we know this is an issue. Now, if you are throwing motors out there with a known issue, and you know the issue is apparent, and you still throw motors out there knowing that it can happen, shame on you, in my opinion. So the trust level is gone, especially in the Coyote and Ford modular market. A lot of people say, well, take it to this guy. This guy's known for 5.4 or 5.8 stuff. And then you get to talking and you're like, you don't get any feedback. And I understand this channel is a very visual channel. So I totally understand if a shop doesn't want to fuck with me. But imagine if you do want to fuck with me and you want to do right by me and you don't fuck me on shit and give me the best case scenario and the best, let's say, shot at having a successful outcome. But if you're doing shenanigans, then people are just not going to trust you. So all I can do is recommend or not recommend. The power of my recommendation isn't crazy, but it is effective. I handle at least 1,000 people. In a year, I would at least tune 1,000 cars. So would Brandon, so would Dakota, so would Junior. And each person eventually wants to have a motor be built. Don't you think that myself, Dakota, Brandon, and Junior, based on our collective experience, all we have to do is say, no, not that guy. That guy, da-da-da-da-da. No, not that shop, da-da-da-da-da. So that's the way I can best combat the misinformation out there. Again, 80% of you will not need a built motor from anybody. You buy a Ford, listen please, you buy a Ford Racing Illuminator if it's a Coyote. Now, there's no such thing as an Illuminator for a GT500. GT500 motor, Trinity GT500 motors are good for about $850, and then rods start to have an issue. Then if you get a built motor, what the fuck does that mean? Like, should you want to make 1,000 or 1,200? I'm going to be honest with you. I trust a Coyote making 1,200 way more than I trust a Trinity or a 5.4 or even a Cobra motor to make 1,200 reliably. A Ford Racing Illuminator can make 1,100 and chill the fuck out for years and years and years. And it is a very simple build. Ford quality specs, which is not bad, with manly pistons, manly rods, and a stock crank, stock sleeves, and the cars seem to survive a decent amount of abuse. Now, when you get to the Billy badass stuff, 1,500 and up, then you have to find a motor builder that you're willing to work with, and you're going to have to make, and look, one thing I learned in this experience is I have to absolutely ask every question possible. And if people do not want to answer my questions, that's fine. I'm simply not going to fuck with you. And I'm at that point where I'm going to ask every single little minute detail. Taking that motor apart, guys, I learned so much. I learned I learned so much. You understand? So I go, okay, this is how it goes. I don't expect any more or any less from any motor builder. So I'm like, okay, this is how it goes. So I have to figure out who I want to work with, if they're willing to work with me. And the problem is the trust is mainly gone. These guys that I talked to today, the friends that I talked to today, collectively have had over 20 motors either built, sent out. You want to talk Coyote, small block Ford, you name it. And every single one of them have said, we don't trust anybody in Florida. And I don't trust anyone in Vegas, Washington, South Carolina, Pennsylvania, because I can't go reach out and touch somebody in case shit gets sideways. It's crazy to me, and I'm blown away that the Coyote and GT500 world is riddled with people that have had a lot of motor failures and stay quiet, which is an issue with the customer base, but I understand because they don't want the drama. If Lund would actually say the people they dealt with and had issues with, they would be looked at as haters. And then the motor builders would say, oh, Lund Racing talks shit about me. Well, don't get tuned by them. They don't know how to tune, which is their right. It is also our right to say, let's not say nothing as a company, and let's just not recommend certain motors to certain people. Alejandro Flores, as a separate independent entity, now has built motor experience and know who to recommend and who, actually, I don't know who to recommend. That's where I'm at right now. We'll talk about it. Do you trust anybody in the Ford game, modular game, to build the motor for you and stand by it? Meaning, either tell you everything that needs to be done or just do it. Don't reuse stuff. Don't try to look for excuses why the thing failed. Actually offer a compensation for your time and effort and rebuild process. But I don't think a lot of motor builders are going to do that. See, I think this is why guys pony up for like a Billet Noonan, whatchamacallit, a 481X. You know, they go stupid because the $50,000 you're going to spend with them, they're going to go, we got you. We got you. You spent 50 grand, bro. Bring it back. We got it. We'll build it from scratch. These are proven motors. It's all good. We'll give you all brand new parts. Fuck, we'll give you a whole new motor. Fuck it. I am blown away that the Ford game is whittled down to illuminators or Billy Badass race car engines that when they fail, you never hear about it. Crazy stuff out there. What is the weak point of people? Oh my God, True. You have to just fucking listen to all my videos. Jesus Christ. I definitely trust any Coyote over, oh, come on, stop it. Stop it. Look, I'm not going to come here and talk shit on Homeboy, specifically. I'm going to talk shit about the whole situation for sure. Also, don't pay up front for no more than half. Once they have the money, your shit is on their time and your engine can become hostage. Essentially, most frustrating shit. I will never pay up front again. Ever. You're going to get half and the other half, fuck. It should be the other half after it's running. Whatever. Looking to get an engine builder is like dating. What is the relationship like with your father? Extreme Cylinder Heads in Palm Beach, Florida is nearby, Alex. Never heard of them. We'll never take it to them because I don't know who the fuck they are. I don't know who the fuck they are. Let me guess. They do Evo stuff. Let me guess. They do super stuff. Do they have a record with Trinity or 4-valve stuff? I've never heard of them. Why would I go to someone I've never heard of? But maybe that is my issue. That I need to have heard of them to use them. When in actuality, I probably should be rolling the fucking dice. And this guy might do fine, but you never heard of him. Who knows? Same as Is66 with the clout engine builders, but can't back it up. I have two buddies that are ride or die with someone else, yet their builds haven't held up for more than a few passes, and there's always more shit they gotta buy. Yeah, but you know, some people have that dementia, that weirdness. They ride or die with the person until they are sick and tired of the whole situation. They're like, I get it, you take care of me, brother, but like by the third blown engine, and I haven't raced for 2 seasons, I might want to go somewhere else. Alice, with your industrial experience, you could easily learn to build your own engines. I don't have the equipment, sir. I've watched many change to factory turbocharger inline 6 vehicles. They have provisions for the boost and usually come forward from the factory downpipe fuel tune 9s. To be honest, I'd rather find a good machine shop to do the prep work on the block and just assemble it myself and have enough aptitude and knowledge to do that much. If it pops, my fault. I agree. I'm going to go buy a few tools to put my own Gen 3 5.2 motor together because I don't trust any of the builders anymore either. Me neither. I charge all my customers 50% up front and 50% on delivery. Thanks for answering all my questions. Last night on the cold air intake, Ryan Pettit. You got it, brother. That's why if you want to go to Patreon, see, London's off this week. And everyone is hitting me up on Instagram and hitting me up on here and hitting me up on there. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I do not answer questions on Instagram or Facebook or anything. If you want to get a hold of me, I have to get paid. I'm sorry. I'm at that point where unless I am getting paid, there's no reason to answer your question. And you have me whenever to be able to talk, and I answer pretty quickly. So I'm going to, again, sorry to spam it, but I'm going to paste the link here. If you want to get a hold of me after hours and all this bullshit, you got to pay a $15 a month nut minimum, and then you can have all the questions answered via a direct message feature. People asking you to talk trash about the builder is tired. Look, have I even said fuck him? No, I said, you know what? I'm disappointed that certain stuff wasn't brought to my attention. Oh, and after disassembling it, even more stuff was brought to my attention after disassembling it myself. There's something to be said about taking something apart as a millwright. As a millwright, you know how gears work. You know how gearboxes work. You know how chains work. You know how pumps work. So when I see a very obvious issue, say with a keyway, I go, you know what? I'm not a big fan of how this keyway looks. Looks a little rounded in certain spots. Let me notify somebody and say, hey, I think we should get a new set of these. Because the keyway looks a little, let's just say, rounded and stretched out like, most of y'all mom. The other thing is the egregious amount of RTV everywhere was, I heard normal, and I asked a bunch of people, and they're like, this is normal, Alex. And I'm like, it is normal to have an egregious amount of RTV in certain spots. He goes, absolutely. I was mind blown by that revelation. But again, I've learned. I don't know why people do that, especially if they don't know how to ask for your recommendations. Man, in all honesty, says Coyote Kelly, all I want is just for you to get the car fixed. Should not be too hard to ask, especially for the money. Look, that money, in my opinion, gone. See ya. You know how you could be back in my good graces, but I still would never use you again. PayPal me $3,000 because that's what it's going to cost me to fix everything. Will never happen. 50alex@yahoo.com. Will never happen. And if it does happen, I'll say it on the chat and I'll say good on him. Still wouldn't use him for motor builds. Hola, tío Alex. Late, but I'm here now. Truviate might be willing to for your engine. Gotta ship it there. Wow. What the fuck did he say? Did you have a stroke in the middle of typing that, Mendoza's Coyote? I used to want to enter the racing scene, but after seeing what others and you have been through, it makes me want to just build a car that looks, sounds good, and be happy being slow. When I see a guy that has stock wheels, a lowering kit, headers, catback, maybe a tune and a cold air, and a good sound system, I go, you did it right, brother. You don't have to deal with motor builders. You don't have to deal with superchargers. You don't have to get into the Whipple Amory. You don't have to get into the ESS Amory. You don't have to get into the Turbo Amory. Oh my God, no. You're just like, fuck yeah, fuck all y'all. Fuck all y'all. I'm just going to drive my slow piece of shit and not have these problems. Pay the man. Thanks for all the awesome content. Thank you, sir. If you don't support the homie, your mom's a hoe. HE&D started building engines out of necessity. He has mod motor experience of drag racer racing. Don't know who he is. Sorry. Love ya, and he's probably the nicest fella on the planet. I'm done taking recommendations. Building motors like building GATs. This is my motor. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Do you think if Coyote engine was opened up like an LS all the time would be as reputable as they are? I don't know what the fuck you're saying, bro. Do you think if the Coyote engine was opened up like the LS's all the time, would they be as reputable as they are? I don't even know what the fuck you're saying. Dr. Core says, Alex, how does the guy who built your motor save face after this incident in your eyes? Send me $3,000, PayPal. And I'll say, guy did right by me. I still would not recommend him. I'm sorry. I am out $3,000 easily. Look, think about what you got to buy. Think about the time. Think about everything that I had to take everything apart, guys. Think about it. Trans, clutch, bell housing, flywheel, starter, heads, the whole front cover, all the chain, all this fucking shit. Where the hell am I going to put all this stuff? You know how hard it is to keep track of all the hardware? I don't have the room. But okay, whatever. And now I have to take time, send it somewhere. They're going to check shit, da-da-da-da. $3,000 is a nice starting point. Friended, so I don't get the PayPal fee. You should just put the Patreon somewhere on the screen. I did. You didn't see any reference marks on the pistons hit the valves? I got a video about that. I think there's one part, but I don't, which is even worse. There was one part of the piston, an unrelated piston, a piston that had no issues. Number one, the issues were 4, 5, and 8. So number one had a pink, little dink right in the thing. But again, when you flip the head over, you're like, I don't see a lot. But you know what I did see a lot is oil, like a black intake valve in many of the cylinders. Oil, how does oil get in there? Interesting. But nothing that made me go, oh, there it is. You know what I mean? Hit the like button, says K2AZ. Have you ever heard of good things about MHS Modular Head Shop in Florida, even though ML uses them? Yes, I've heard of Modular Head Shop. I haven't heard bad things, and I got recommended them today. I just don't know the guy. A good machinist is golden. I had mine look over my brand new heads, valves, and block. Even then, I rechecked all specs multiple times before assembly. Anybody hesitant to message Deal on Patreon? Don't be. It's 10 times easier than trying to bother him in the ticket system or elsewhere, correct? Because I get paid, so I do it. Oh, wow. Oh, my God, all these comments. Holy shit. I'm going to skip a couple of them. I'm sorry, because it is ridiculous right now. Drop a like, watch the Ray later, says Christian Duran. GT250R says, Alex, your older videos pretty much tell viewers to sleeve the motor for reliability over 1,000. Are you saying that TVS 6R80 8-second combo only needs an illuminator now? Yes. I'll tell you a story. I know a guy that took 2 Predator blocks, brand new from Ford, sent them out to get sleeved, to build Billy badass stuff. The sleeve job was botched. It was botched so bad that the blocks were rendered useless. Imagine you buy 2 new Predator blocks, you take it somewhere to get sleeved, the sleeve job was botched so bad that they ended up filling the blocks, and then they're useless now. Why'd you fill them? They're useless. Well, nobody's running M1 and dry deck. Nobody's running methanol and dry deck. We're streetcar guys. We don't do M1 and dry deck shit. We don't do that stuff. So that made me go, fuck that. No, thank you. After I've seen people that want to go 8s buy an illuminator, and I understand, up front, it's a big cost. Up front, it's a good chunk of change. But I'm telling you, if you can afford an illuminator, I would much rather get an illuminator than any engine builder for under 1,200 horsepower. Over 1,200 horsepower? Well, then now you need sleeving. You need maybe O-ringing if you're going to make stupid power. Then you have to take it to get built. And then who do you go to take that to get built? I personally have not experienced, again, when I'm saying I personally, that means my money, my ticket system, my experience. I'm not going to give the blue check mark to any motor builder. I'm good with my stock 250R. Better yet, the guy will drop ship you 5.8 cranker pallet from the parts farm. If we were smart, we'd get EcoBoost and V6s and intakers and pistons. Oh, that joke is 8,000 years old. I had heads that got scorched after pressing in the new seats, and they said deal with it. It won't affect operation. The standard for machine shops has gone down. Like the discount that was provided because he omitted new valves and springs. I don't think he did that. Again, I don't think anything that happened to me was out of malintent. Maybe he went like this with the valve and went, Looks good. Maybe he went like this with the spring. It's springing. Yeah, it's fucking springing. Just put it back in there. I don't know. I don't know the process. I was not made privy to any of this. Alex, you have any experiences with the 2020 GT500 supercharger swaps on Gen 1? Please. Thanks, guys. It's a 2650. So these idiots that are putting 2650s on Gen 1 make me laugh so hard. Think of it as a 2650. Don't think of it as a GT500 stock blower. Think of it as a 2650. Coyote Mustangs from 11 to 14 are 11 to 1 compression, and they have pretty weak rods. So you, dumb son of a bitch, are going to shove a 2650 in a Gen 1 motor and hope it's okay? Would you shove a 4-liter Whipple on a Gen 1 motor? See, I need to give you some context. If you would not put in a 3.7 Kenny Bell or a 4.0 Whipple supercharger on a stock Gen 1 motor, Coyote, why would you put a 2650 from a 2020 GT500 in a Gen 1? The Boss 302 is not a fucking Coyote. It's a Roadrunner. Do illuminators come with the silver name tag of the person who built the engine? FFREs in Florida, I've mentioned a bazillion times. FFREs in Florida, I have zero personal experience with FFRE, and I don't think they want to fuck with me. Let's be honest. About the last thing they need right now is an internet personality. Bro, you treat me right, fucking golden. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'm not a 2,500 horsepower guy. I'm a lowly 5'8", 1,200 horsepower guy. And with a dinosaur of a motor. I just got a Mach-E that bricked the PCM after over their update at work too, says Only Forge. I'll be so sad when my machinist dies. Wow, morbid. He's like 80 years old. But the man's work ethic is impressive. They don't make him like that anymore. Would you feel comfortable pushing a stock Predator to 1,100 horsepower? No. No. These GT500 guys, just because you can, does not mean you should. You understand, like, yeah, the Predator can make 1,100 horsepower, but then the last thing you need is to make 1,100 horsepower, take it on the track, blow up, and crash into a wall. So please, if you're a homo 2020 GT500 owner, do yourself a favor. Keep it at 900. Why do you have to be the fastest, the quickest, the best? Nobody cares. Nobody's going to give you a trophy. What are you getting out of making 1,200 out of a stock motor? What kind of cred are you getting? You're not getting any cred. If anything, the tuner takes the cred. And then when it blows up, the tuner goes, well, shit could have happened at any time. Well, you weren't saying that when you told me to push 30 pounds of boost through it. Well, you want to get after it. That's racing. That's racing. That's racing. If you ever hear motor builder, anybody in the racing industry say, well, that's racing, for a reason that shit blew up and you're up shit's creek, leave that person. Do not deal with that person ever again. Bye-bye. Now, if you have the ability to replace the motor, replace the trans, and you want to go racing, and you understand it's very expensive, sure, that's racing. Dropped oil pump gear on the concrete. Good enough. No, the OPG is a 10 millimeter. That's one thing that I didn't get right. It's a 10 millimeter, meaning for the 10 millimeter chains. It still don't make shit better because there's a whole bunch of other stuff that I would have rather replaced. Just go 2.3 VMP and bam, you'll have lots of fun on that blower. Roadrunner, beep beep. I have a Boss 302. Thanks anyway. Alex, just read Loctite and sleeves. It done. Guys, why do you think there are so many secondhand Predator blowers that go up for sale? They're not efficient. That's why guys take them off. It's not a deal. Actually, Enos, you're wrong about that. The Predator blower is excellent if you want to chill the fuck out at 850. But you cocksuckers want to make 1,100. So you port it up the asshole, and then you get into the porting wars. Are you going to use Joker's port? Are you going to use Kong port? Are you going to use Magnuson port? This guy's better. That guy copied my port. That guy looked at my program. That guy bought my blower so he can copy my port. Then you enter a gay world where porters are fighting with each other. 900 for a GT500. Tops. If you have a 2020 and up GT500, stop at 900 rear wheel horsepower and be happy. Cars and Coffee crew, cred. I just want to make 700 horsepower on my Gen 1 and be happy. So you want to live on the ragged edge. So you want to live on the ragged edge of what that car is capable of. Got it. 650. Should I be happy with 600? My 3,000-pound Fox? Absolutely. It'll be a 9-second car. If people would spend more money and time on their suspension setup, they would be quicker and have more fun at 700 horsepower rather than going full 5,000 PSI. I need 1,000 horsepower for when the Yeehaw lifted trucks try to race me. And that's the other thing. A lot of you guys want to make 1,000 just to say, make 1,000. I make 1,000. Look at the sheet. Look at the dyno sheet. He needs to make that power to match his custom dyno hat. I want to build a Gen 1 Coyote from an 88 notch, but then again, I want a 351 like you. Hot take. I would never Coyote swap the white car. Not if I have a 351 that runs like that. I got a 351 that with the suspension work, it should be a 1050 car, NA on pump gas. Well, you could do that with the Coyote. Yes. Yes, you can. I don't care. I literally don't care. Kong is the only porter I would ever deal with. I love when Alex starts yelling. Well, the thing is, though, see, we've been doing this for like 5 years or 6 years, and I've answered almost every question there is to known to mankind. And then you hear people say, Alex, what do you think about a 2650 on the Gen 1? And I go, what do you think about a 4-liter Whipple on a Gen 1? Well, that's different. How? Both have the capabilities of making 1,000. One just has a 4 in front of it. The other one has a 2. So a lot of people think 2650, no big deal. No, a 2650 is a 1,000 horsepower capable blower. Your Gen 1 Coyote quits at 650 on pump gas and 720 or so on the 85. Stop it. There are, of course. At 10 PSI, they're not heat machines. At 11 PSI, they're not heat machines. At 12 PSI, they're not heat machines. At 25 PSI, they're heat machines. I'll take the 650. Thanks, Alex. 700 on the Gen 1. You'll stronger rods and a bunch of other shit. Zachary Lopez literally typed 700 horsepower on a Gen 1. You'll stronger rods and a bunch of other shit. Got it. I want to boost my Gen 3 with a full return style fuel system, make 750, and be happy. Guys, my white car was perfect. See, the white car was an evolution in everything I know about cars. 110 millimeter pulley, race gas, 800 to the wheel. Leave it alone. Sell it. Sell it. Because the next thing was return style fuel system, axles. I'm like, nah. Let me get into that ZR1. Eric, I see a nitrous outlet kit for the notch. Yes, nitrous outlet. David Vassar. He reached out to me after I reached out to him. After PRI, he's like, hey, let's get you set up. I didn't ask for a discount. I didn't ask for any sponsorships. I said, I want to pay you, and I want a nitrous kit. Got me with the sales guy. Sales guy told me what my options were. Paid the man. Y se acabó el party. Predator blower and fueling on a Gen 3, safe with 800 horsepower. How are you going to make a Predator blower fit a Gen 3 with a DI? This is why Tesla's nice. No need to worry about all the nonsense. I bought wheels and that's it. Still faster than most vehicles that aren't heavily modded. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. It's just a gay car. But it's not wrong. You're not wrong. All I have is a 306, but I've always loved the thought of a 351 in that car, also 5 feet too. But where are your customers? I know you're not a nitrous guy, but building a nitrous setup for a single overhead cam V8 Chrysler, I'm done. Thank you. Have a good one. He said single overhead cam Chrysler. I'm done. I make 700 wheel on my 5.4 500 motor, 500 on pump 93. Okay, I make 700 wheel on my 5.4 500 motor on pump 93, and I'm content. 5.45. I make 700 wheel on my 5.4 500 motor. Okay. It's a passion. When he's yelling, I'm clapping over here because he's right. He's so adamant. I love the Fox. Car is legit. Car is legit. It's a fucking rat. Car's legit. And that's the other thing we talked about. Do you know how far out most shops are? 6 months. You're telling me you have 6 months of inventory of work in your shop at all times? I find that a little hard to believe. In the Fox, you think there's a need to build the Coyote unless you'll be making more than 900. Leave stock in maybe manifold, long tubes, and after that, look, Gen 2 Coyote and be done with it. Oh, guys, I'm going to give you a sneak peek because I'm a good guy like that. So the guy who bought Hush Money's motor is just doing it right. He's like, bro, 700 tops, maybe 800, and we're done. That motor has manly rods, badass pistons, ported heads, packed 1234Xs, all the shit. And he's like, I don't even give a fuck. I just want to go 9 stick, 10s, pump gas, and be happy. And the thing purrs like a kitten. Let me see, where is it? I'm looking for the video now. Ooh, I'm good at B-roll. I'm super good at B-roll. Let me see, did I get in the car? Here it is.
Okay, I was going to go ahead and turn this guy on.
Okay, perfect. Let me see if I can turn the volume way up. So check this car out. This is the gentleman's car, and it's a work in progress. But this is my old Fairmont motor in it. I sent him a tune. Pump gas, 12 PSI, FIC 1440s, Whipple 132, Edelbrock MAF.
Oh, what gauges are these? What gauges are these?
Innovative West.
Oh.
No.
He said Innovators West like the balancer.
Fucking never seen that. Weird as shit.
Who's that tuner? Who's the tuner that sent him that tune?
That's perfect. Yeah, I sent them a tune on over email the other day.
Look at the meat on that fucking thing. And you know what? He's like, you know what? I'm not looking to go racing and do dumb shit. It doesn't even have a roll cage, but it does have through the floor subframes. It has a mini tub. It's got a built 8.8. It's got inboard shocks. It's got all the good shit. Built by Lujan Motorsports.
Boy, that sounds good, man.
Look at that. He color matched the GT500 cam covers and the Edelbrock lid. He's going to redo the intake. Ultimate header, the same exact shit that was in the Fairmont. Bam. He said, Alex, I want it. Put it in, and it runs beautifully. Got my power steering pump. Bro, he literally threw the whole thing in there. He goes, this is a vetted running combo. Why would I fuck with anything else? So that car ended up just, purring. And that's what I did today. I went down there and videoed this car and his collection. So be on the lookout for that video tomorrow because I'm going to edit it tonight after this show. And I'll get you that video up and going tomorrow. I'm telling you, vetted combos are the best. Like imagine that there's a motor that runs well and you buy it and it does exactly what you thought it would. That's why he is so happy. Hey Alex, I want to gift a peasant membership to the channel, but I don't think I have membership gifting turned on. I don't think you have gifting membership turned on. I will pay for another membership and help out the peasant. Okay, can you guys tell me how to do that? How to turn on membership gifting? That'd be cool. Yes, from what I've seen, most shops are 6 to 8 months out on work. I haven't seen anyone get their cars back in 2 weeks since 2020. Haven't seen it. That's the chef kiss. Perfect. Badass. Holly drop down menu tuners are punching the air right now with that crisp startup. Right. Chicka, chicka, chicka. What? Perfect. That thing's gonna fly. Car's badass. Damn, that thing has the meats. Looks great in there. Wait till you see the video. That's the shittiest car that's in there. I'm gonna edit that video with a big smile on my face. Because the shit he's got in there is elite. Turvey judging this car so hard right now, but I want to make it my own. I wouldn't only buy another motor Alex built. I would only buy another motor Alex built and be happy. Hush Money guts. Man, just a Fox body. Not much to say. You're a fucking homo. You not even two valve. You have a V6 96 to 98 and you're saying meh about that Fox body. Boy, you don't know a goddamn thing. Oh my lord, what a dumbass. Turvey, shut up. Turvey, shut your mouth. Turvey must be trolling. This car is... Guys, I'm going to keep showing you more video. Because I have so much video on this car. Let me see if I have the engine-based stuff. No. No, let me see. Oh, yeah, look at this. Oh my god, guys. Look, you're going to jizz your dick. So check this out. Display capture sponsor. So this is the paint on the front where they front half the car. It matches the car. Look at this. It's got AC. It's got a Ford Racing radiator. Look at the hardware. Look at the paint. I can't get over how they painted this and matched it. And this is basically what I'm going to do to the Fairmont. The front tubular stuff and the mini tub. But mine will have a cage, but it's not going to be painted. The Fairmont will be this, but with a 10-point cage, 850 legal, and mini tub. That's why I kind of wanted to show you guys this setup, because this is what I am looking to do to the Fairmont. But the paintwork is immaculate on this car. I'm not going to do this bang up of a job because the car is going to be just kind of like a rolling rat. So I'm not going to go that crazy. It's just a Fox body, says Turviate. Guy doesn't understand what the fuck, how hard it is to build something that clean. He has no idea what clean is. Have you seen his shit? Stop it. Yeah, the guy, you have no idea. This guy has, I want to say ADHD, or like, what's the one where you're like, holy shit, I need everything to be clean all the time. Let me put his ass out just for the disrespect. Guys, this car is elite. What do you think about the 6.8 liter Mustang? EPA started. The motherfucking Turvey's not real. Oh my God. You can't imagine having Turvey set up and tucking shit on a Fox. Dear Christ. Cookie cutting and vetted combos work. Turvey trolling. I'll show you more video if you want. There's badass stuff in there. Billy badass. Wrinkles in the air. Nice to build. To top it off, it's a 4i. The paint looks amazing. Turvey told you would have a Gen 3 boosted before. Something. Turvey, I told you I'd have a Gen 3 boosted before your car even runs. I bet you already do. That's super clean and professional looking work. Crazy Fox makes me want to buy 2 Foxes, 1 small block Ford, 1 Coyote swap. That car is perfect. Would I be able to make a 2850 wheel on E85 Gen 1 stock car? No. Unless you want to blow it up. If you want to blow it up, aim for 800. Go for it. Go for it. Make 800, blow it up. Go. I've only said 750 tops, but you guys ask 800 on a Gen 1. Oh, now you say Gen 2 or Gen 3 short block. So why do you ask the question if I told you can make 850 comfortably on a Gen 2 bottom end, Gen 2 bottom end? Why do you do that? Why do you do that? You know Gen 2 and up can take that power. You just want your question to be fucking read on air. I should have just asked for payment. OCD, thank you. He is OCD. Revving on a key fob is Turvey's generation. That Evo though, oh, Bryson. You guys want to see the cars? Okay, sorry guys. We're seeing the cars. Tell me in your thought process, what are the most Billy badass cars since the 90s? Since the 90s. What are the most Billy badass cars you can think of? Go ahead. Just put it out there. And I'm going to show you one. And you're going to laugh your ass off that he has one of these. Oh, gosh. You are going to laugh so hard that he has one of these. Let me see. Let me get a better bird's eye view of this situation. Okay, you guys want to go back and... Okay. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, I didn't get the outside. Oh, man, I took so much video today. We hung out there for a while. Okay, let me just show you this. Obviously, we talked about the King Daddy. He's got one of these. This is a heads cam. That thing is a heads cam Viper, and I think I have video of it running. Let me see. Oh, where are you? I think I have video of it. I hope I have video of it running. Let me see. Thank you. Okay. Let me see. This is it, the video thing. So we talked about this kind of being like thing. So I'm good. Okay, check it out, guys. I'm basically gonna give away the whole show for tomorrow, or the whole video. Listen to a heads cam Viper. It's loud. Yeah, so like obviously I could have stayed there for a long time, but keep naming cars, iconic cars of the, let's say, 90s, okay? And let me see if I have one on let me see if I have this one there. There we go, this one.
Where's the ace?
No, that's not it. So for those of you listening back on the on whatchamacallit, on the podcast or something, you're fucked. You're not gonna be able to see this, but the guys that are on the show, this gives you an incentive to actually, you know, come on this, you know, come on live. Hey yo. Damn, I thought I had more video of this car. Maybe I didn't take full video of the car. Let me see. No, he put two. He has music playing, and it kind of fucked me up because I'm like, hey, could you shut that shit up? Thank you.
For Gen out there.
Okay, so
89?
he has one of these. He has one of these, and you know, if you're old, you know what this is. If you're old, right? Bam. He's got one of these things.
One of these things. Basically, it's a Grand National on a Firebird body. They're replacing the fuel pump, but this guy's just going out there, buying cars that a lot of people probably dream of having. But
yeah, it's Billy badass. Let me see what else we got. Yeah, that's the car. Oh yeah, he's got a V2, a beautiful V2 that is a 9-second car.
Coupe. So this car. Is it a heads cam car with meth and all this stuff? Typical LS stuff?
It is. It's basically all LS stuff. And here is the Evo. Oh, yeah. He's got a Supra. By the way, it's for sale. And he's got an Evo with a billet crank, billet rod.
This is not a stock bottom end car, is it?
This is like a 470, 60 to 130 car with like a dog box.
Yeah.
2.2 billet rod, aluminum billet rod.
Oh, yeah, everything. Oh, wow.
64, 66.
What computer's tuning it? Stock?
Haltech.
Haltech. Mm-hmm. Damn, very nice.
Yeah, okay, that's enough. Because I'm going to put this together tomorrow. And you know, I woke up, went to the gym, took the motor apart. Like, I was freaking busy today. Like, ridiculously busy. Yeah, exactly. Like, this guy has, like, some Billy badass stuff. Is that a Supra? It is a Supra. And it is for sale. And if you got... It needs work. But it runs and drives. But it needs work. You give him 60, it's yours. I want to make Turvey a member so he has to rise above his former self. I don't even know how to do the members. He does not have a Corvette ZR1. Homie's got to be a millionaire for sure. I mean, you wouldn't know it. He doesn't live like one. You would know it. It's such a shame that Dodge muzzled the Viper so much from the factory. Those V10s sound amazing. Not grassroots enough for me. Exact. Turvey's like, Viper. Evo that makes 900 horse. V2 that runs 9. Junk. Not my cup of tea. Bro, stupid. I bet that Evo is scary fun. He says it's one of the scariest, fast, and most fun cars that he owns. It's an Evo 9, I believe. My aunt and uncle had a red turbo trans. Sheesh, what a collection. Goddamn, who wants to buy my GT500 ready to get this gay Mustang game? He's not much a coyote guy, but he thought to himself, I can build a 351. By the way, I'm going to see if I have that car on video. Let me see if I can find it. Let me mute this. And you might know the car, but you don't know much else about him than the car. But I think you know the car. Like if you look at the car, you're like, I know that car. I've seen that car before. Oh, come on, Alex. Boy, I was terrible with the camera today. I was just a fucking donkey with shit. Let me see if it's this one. I could have sworn I brought it outside. Okay, B-roll. Got it. A lot of B-roll on the 89. This is just a photo. Another photo. This is more video of the mini tub and all this shit. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. I showed the exhaust. Bro, I showed a lot of that car. Holy shit. Yeah, I guess my B-roll game wasn't all that great. I thought I had the... he has another Fox Mustang in there. And you'll know the car once you see it. You'll go, oh, okay, I know the guy. Or I know I've seen the car
32.
on other channels and stuff. Okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry. You're going to have to wait. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
I've always liked how big that car, huh?
Okay.
I mean, theories a lot about Fox body. I think it's an evil. A little bit
Okay.
over.
Is
89?
it this one? Is it this one? Is this one? There it is. Here it is.
If you want to get into the Viper game,
So this car, every one of you knows. If you're a Fox body guy, you know this car.
shit, this is in my opinion, one of the best cars to get into.
Look at that paint, though.
And above it, you guys might know this car, but he doesn't like to talk about it
That much because he's done a lot of street bullshit with it. But if you look at this car closely and you see what's going on with it, you know what car this is. This is an actual Celine Mustang that he went and did a whole bunch of work to. It's built motor, single turbo, you name it, it's all done to it. So I'm hoping to talk to him about it once he gets done installing a fuel pump in. Guess what?
Yeah, one of these things. He also got.
So yeah, look, this guy's collection, and guys, wait until you see the garage. It's literally what I want. What he has is what I want. And then he told me how much it cost, and I go, that's why I'll never have it. I'll literally never have it. I can attest that Bill Evils are awesome. Was he the guy you referred to as a millionaire, but you wouldn't know? No, I know. In Palm Beach County, there are millionaires, and you wouldn't even know they're millionaires. With that black Hodgfox in the background, it's not black, it's blue, and it's a Celine, an actual Celine made to be a race car. I think you enable gift memberships on the membership tab. Okay, let's go. So let's go to youtube.com. If you guys want to give away memberships, you could, because it doesn't benefit me monetarily, but if you want to go ahead and do that, that'd be cool. So let me go to the membership tab. I don't know where to go. You know, the problem with this thing is it's not easy to navigate. God damn it. Content and analytics, audience, research. The membership tabs is not easy to get to on YouTube. It's such a chore. Audience, advanced mode. I'm not going to click advanced mode. I'd probably boot you guys and go to some nether region that you weren't intended to go. Dashboard. Just memberships. Is it just a membership tab, please? Let me see. News, important notifications, channel element, last comments, recent activity, latest post. See all members. Okay. Memberships. Okay. Good. So these are all the members. How many members do we have? Total members, 598. We gained 45 in the last 3 days, and we canceled 50. So how do you go to turning on gifting, short feeds, watch page ads, overview, brand content, giving, active members? Yeah, I don't know. If you guys can tell me how to turn on the membership gifting, I have no idea how to do it. No, we didn't make up. What are you talking about? Are you psycho? You think that's Christian's car? He can afford a wheel from that car. Does it still have the stock wood screws? Alex, my 05 GT swap is coming in with the Boss 2 tier 660 matte soap plug and play harness. Your device from Lund work? Any Coyote swap should work. Advanced mode. Okay, so let's go to advanced mode. There is no advanced. Where the fuck is advanced mode? Memberships. There's no advanced mode. See, the thing is, it needs to be somewhere super obvious. And the problem with YouTube, is they love to hide shit. And there's no advanced mode. I'm not even going to, I don't care. I don't care at this point. I'm just going to waste time and bore you guys with trying to find it. The 2650 on a Dart 347 made 1,000. Okay, cool. I'm still not going to fucking buy it because it's not carbureted. You think I'm going to go fuel injection in my car? After talking all that shit about simplicity and stuff? Fuck that shit. I would never fuel inject my notch. Comments of the Grey Goose running M1 gasoline mixture. I thought I heard about them running it in the past, but there isn't much information on this out there. Yeah, so think about it this way. Think of a 25-75 mix of ethanol 1R and M1. That's it. You literally measure the 75%. Let's say it's 5 gallons, so 75%, then 25% M1. Then you figure out the stoic with a calculator, and you tune it for that. Bada bing, bada boom. The more members that other members gift still go to you. Just want to support more. Again, I don't know how to turn it on, and unless it's insanely easy, I'm good. Who's Christian? I can't remember. I thought it was the seemingly nice tech younger. No, that was Mikey. Alex, your couch has gotten any further away from the wall? There's no couch here. Sorry, I know the short blocks can make power. Curious to which you prefer. I don't know a lot about the 2.3. I don't know if they could push up to that power. Meant stick car, stock car, not. Sorry. Got it. So, a Gen 1, I would keep it at 720 to live a long life. Wheel horsepower. We always talk about wheel horsepower. Gen 2, 850, it'll be fine. Happy, no problem. And 850 is perfect on the street. Yo, Alex, make a YWT onesie for my son. Obviously, I'd buy it. Oh, yeah, because, I have a team of guys behind me. Making that happen, I have a team of guys working on my 5 cars. I know it sounds like a flex, but it's really not. Editing, making live streams, working a full-time job, and trying to stay sane. I love you guys. I don't have time. John explained running the goose on mixed fuel in the interview. Exactly. It's always there, and people just don't look. People just want an answer from me. If you want an answer from me, pay $15 on Patreon, and you'll get an answer from me. Or pay for a thing here, so it's obvious. But guys, like every single question that you think you haven't heard me answer has been answered at one point or another, unless it's brand new stuff like LRX stuff. LRX stuff, there isn't that much info. So yeah, you can have questions about stuff like that. 2650 on a Fox, like I give a fuck. Shit like that. But at the end of the day, if you have a question about M1 mixtures and all this stuff, listen to the 2-hour-long interview with John Lund. I have a Gen 2 Ghetto Brock 2650 looking to do a 4 innovation fuel system. Any recommendation on the best setup, safe, limited? Hey guys, tell Quarter Mile Boy, based on the 800 times I have said which fuel system to get. Go ahead, guys. Tell Quarter Mile Boys for the 800th time what fuel system to get. Like the Gen 3 Edelbrock is so much different than a Whipple, ESS, or Turbo Kit in terms of fueling. Oh, we gotta be such a dick, because I've answered it a bazillion times. If you want to send you mail, we still send it to PBH? Correct. A lot of answers already exist in past videos. Boxy Luxury, yes sir. Bumble Swipes and 4 Innovation says, Mofler, pay the man, this ain't no soup kitchen. I just thought it's cool that there's finally another option for the small block 4. No one cares. Because if you're just going to, it's not going to be better than twin turbo. Like if you're going to build a 347, a 351, a 363, a 380 something, or a 427, and you shove in a turbo, there's your 1,000. So now there's an option that's a 2650. So you're back into LS world. Now you got to get the cam to be proper for that situation. It's got to be spec'd out for positive displacement boost. So you're back to LS shit. It doesn't matter. It's not new to me. It's a 2650 on top of a pushrod motor. So all you have to do is see what the LSs do with that platform. 4. Alex, have you had any experience with Mustang Performance racing engines in Boynton? Yes. If you don't know that name in the Mustang world, something's wrong with you. I wonder if some people pay $15 to ask Alex dumb questions on Patreon. Actually, no. And they ask multiple questions. But if you're paying me a monthly nut to ask me questions, I'll answer whatever. Petition to bring 2.3 blowers back. Level 2 with 285 pumps. 4. TDC tomorrow. No live streams. I need a life. I'll do standalone videos. I released a video on Christmas. Can you guys, do me a favor? So, what is your life like now? If you have a 9 to 5, or if you work 10 hours a week, or a day. Now add disassembling a motor and taking it out to that equation. 3 1.5 hour long live streams and 2 or 3 standalone videos, making them, editing them, and trying to be entertaining for a couple of hours. Oh, Jim, and try to have a life. Do that on top of your already super busy schedule. That's where I'm at right now. So when you guys ask for anything, guys, I love you. It's not going to happen for months and months and months and months. MTD2 getting a little grindy in second. Barton short throw. It's blowfish bracket worth it or just go big boy MGW? Boy, this guy doesn't listen to anything I say, right? Mango Brain does not listen to anything I said based on that question. have you seen where you can turn off adaptive learning on an A10 with forescan? Did it on mine? It makes a world of difference. Actually, it doesn't. It doesn't make a world of difference. It just constantly is learning and not adapting. So whatever it is, it is. And if it's good, great. But if it's not learning into making it a better driving vehicle, it's actually not a good thing. I work 14, 16 hour days, 9 to 10 days in a row. Money. Alex has got bigger fish to fry than TDC's on pause, fellas. Exactly. I got this motor. Once the cylinder heads go to a machine shop, I might do a couple of live streams on TDC. But until then, I have to push forward with this. Because if I don't push forward with the GT500, it will sit there and rot for years and years and years. And I don't want that. Hey, Alex, I have a car. I want to go fast. What should I do? Alex, can you tell if something happened between London and HPJ? Would you still recommend them to do work? No. There. We don't tune for them. So if you want to get work done, cool. I wouldn't recommend. I'm not saying they suck. I'm saying Alejandro Flores would not recommend. Alejandro, I have a 16 GT which I track at the Nürburgring in Germany. It's a 13-mile track. I want to boost my car. Do you think it's a good idea or not because of heat, even on low boost, and what? I would keep an 8 or 7 PSI ESS or Vortec or Pro Charger situation in there. Not Pro Charger. I would do the lowest boost possible ESS combo that makes 8 PSI, 140 millimeter pulley or some shit. And it'll live a long life in the Nürburgring because IATs won't get much over 130. I don't tune as much as I'd like, says Mango Brain. You're working 80 hours per week, something Mike H couldn't do in 1 week. Foreskin, Mantic Clutch, Cal Mercedes Street, Barton Shifter. If it's only a watt, it's a clutch disengagement issue. Save it for a clutch upgrade, says Mango Brain. I love the TDC show. Didn't mean to start anything. No, Robo, you got to understand, I am in the middle of tearing a motor apart by myself in a garage that is not set up for it. So every single free minute I have is to dedicate to that. Heads came off today. Now rubber meets the road. Now I have to find a company that I not necessarily trust, but I have seen some previous work that makes me happy. New valves, new springs, valve job. Get it done. And I'm a happy guy. Alex, what pump do you have on Hush Money with the Coyote? 2 285s. Alex, you still going up to BC's this week? Any video content from the trip? No, I'm not going to go to Ben Calamer's because I have to finish the car. Alex is burning the candle at both ends. No pun intended. Shit, I'm late. Got the COVID. Didn't know it was still possible. It's the cold. The only questions I've ever asked on Patreon is what games Alex grew up with to send for the Sega. I understand. Point still stands. Mango Brain. Save it for an RST Mantic. Get a CS2. Build a trans. It's for good measure. So, yeah, the Patreon thing is interesting because I'm relaxed there. It's a good back and forth. I don't have to get back to you right away, but I typically get back to you within like an hour or two. Yes, I've seen the all-wheel drive Mustang, and to be honest with you, it's a stock all-wheel drive Mustang. And shout out to the guy. Great engineering, awesome. We live in a performance world. And unless that thing does a clutch dump on dry street with 4 drag radials in it and survives a 800 horsepower situation, I don't care. I don't care. I don't hear anyone talking about crankshaft strength through ESS because there isn't any. Now, the F-150 kit was delayed because the ESS kit seemed to deflect the crank more than they wanted. That's why it's been delayed after delayed after delayed. Remember the F-150. Why did I buy the F-150? I bought the F-150 to support Jake's turbo kit. He went and axed it. So now I'm stuck with a truck that I don't give 2 shits about, but I was hoping to support people. Okay. Then ESS said, hey, you still got the truck? Yep. You want a blower for it? Yep. I waited a year. Paying payments on a truck, $500 a month. Waiting. The truck sat. I did NA content like a homo, and it sucked. I hated it. It went 11.2, and I did not care. So I went, no blower, no blower. So every time I try to do something to either support somebody in the Coyote game or Ford game, I get screwed on. The Mustang, the notch, that was a pleasure thing. That was for me. Wonderful. ZR1, that was for me. That was a pleasure thing. Wonderful. Every time I try to support my job or something, it's like there's bad juju behind it. Honestly, if the Fairmont comes back and a small block Ford drops on my lap, I might do a blow-through carb small block Ford with turbos. Honestly, I'm just like, the support is great, but if I just want to go fast and be left alone, I don't want to have to tune the car, nothing. And this is why I was thinking of Coyote swapping the Fairmont again and doing turbos with it, because I wanted to support Jake. But the part that he wants to get done might not be ready for a year. And I'm like, imagine if I have this car ready, rolling chassis-wise, and nothing has come up that makes me go, hey, let's go racing in it. I'll stick a small block Ford in it. Good one, built one, twin turbo. I don't care. I don't give a shit about supporting anyone if I just want to go racing. All-wheel drive SF50 said he did all the work for Boost this spring. Sounds like an install issue. Justin, that's wild. What's happened to Justin? What's happened to Justin? Alex, have you noticed parts are not made as good as they used to be? For instance, a friend's shop had 5 Whipples this year eat themselves on startup. If so, what's the power adders do you see fail the most? I've heard a lot of Whipples seize up rotors. I've heard Edelbrock seize up rotors. I currently have a 2650 with loud bearings. Guys, you got to understand. COVID kind of fucked everything up. The supply chain issues stopped. People then had to find alternative bearing manufacturers, alternative metal suppliers, alternative this, alternative casting, alternative foundries, alternative dick, alternative pulley manufacturers, alternative bracket machine shops. And it fucked everything up. A lot of places went out of business that were good. A lot of places were legit that are just gone now. So we're just stuck. We're literally stuck with the junk that we have now. This is why people leave platforms. People leave platforms that the quality gets worse and worse and worse every day. And Ford is there. Hell yeah, that'll be the way to go with that small block Ford. Me too. That's what I'm thinking. Because right now, I'm looking at the small block Ford in my car, carbureted. I don't got no fucking, it's start and go. And imagine if I could do that with a turbo. Start it, go, wastegate, fucking 10 PSI, chill. And then if I want to turn it up, do a manual boost controller, turn the knob a bunch of times. And the fucking thing makes 15 pounds and it makes, 800-900 wheel. Done. ESS, it's, for me, thanks. How can we get rid of the EPA mafia, Alex? Bro. Voting. And I hate to say it, I don't think there's going to be an election this year. I don't think there's going to be an election. No fucking way. No fucking way. You think there's going to be an election? If there's a fair election, it'll be like 90 million votes for Trump. Like 90 million. The economy is so bad. We are so fucked. It'll be 90 million votes, and the only people that vote for Biden would be in New York, parts of West Palm Beach, most of Texas, and California. And the rest of the regular folk are going to go, fuck that. And then what's going to happen? Oh, that has to be election interference. There has to be a hack. China hacked us. Russia hacked us. There's not going to be an election this year, so that's why I bought a blicky. You know what I'm saying? When I saw flying motherfuckers attack people, I'm like, it's time to get the blick. Because I don't have it here. I never showed you that thing. It's cool looking, but I don't show off guns because it's weird. We love you, Pops. A small block Ford content is more interesting, to be honest. At this point, pretty much. How hard is it to be installed Ultimate headers on my Gen 3 and jack stands in my garage? Is it worth it? You got to jack the car way up, take both motor mounts off, and support the engine. Take both motor mounts off, support the engine, and it should be a 5 or 6 hour job with a shitload of tools. Yep, exactly. That thing will be fun as hell. That's why I'm going to go with a small block Ford. 2024 feels like it's already going to fall apart. 2024 Black Swan event, no election. I feel there will be no election. I'm a hardcore blue state. I'm voting Poppy Trump. The people who vote for Biden suck dick with their asshole. I agree. Biden voters in Texas hope... Guys, go to Harris County. Go to Austin. Austin is Democrat. Harris County is Democrat. The election will be another weekend at Bernie's, unfortunately. Don't flash that on a live. Why not? Let's see the blick, Alex. Don't. You'll get in trouble showing it on a stream. I will? Okay. I didn't know that. Good to know. Members only gun review we want to see. No, I'll probably do it on Patreon. Don't show pew-pews on live. Really? That's a thing. Okay, good to know. I wasn't going to... It'd be weird to hold it up, honestly, because it is weird. It's like, look at my dick, you know? Palmetto State Armory. Lots of peeps hate, but they got it all. Poppy Trump went there. Can't wait. Next year's going to be lit. It's going to be ridiculous. Once I saw people with paragliding in, I'm like, yeah, fuck all this. And, that's what it took. for someone like me, and I'm not anti-gun. No way. I love the fact that you can get a gun, no problem. So I went ahead and got one because I'm like, wait a minute, I'm gonna be the only one without one, and that's the last thing I want. So the last thing I was gonna do is like get an AR and all this crazy stuff. It's just not my thing. They're cool and great. It's just not my thing. But goddamn it, when I saw the Terminator get a shotgun, pop, put 212s in that bitch, 24 carats, blow holes in motherfuckers, I said, yeah. So I found one that is a semi-auto and does 7. Boom, 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 boom. So if you could survive that, vaya con Dios. I'm in California. There's a lot of closet Trump lovers here. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's California. Yeah, showing guns on YouTube demonetizes you. Good to know. Yeah, YouTube is on tip with gun content, but there's a bunch of gun channels. I don't get that. There's a bunch of gun channels. What's the difference between doing it live? Because you're advocating for violence or something? Okay, no big deal. Was that the double dragon you remember, or did I get to the wrong one? That is the double dragon I remember, Coyote Kelly. Thank you so much for getting me double dragon on my Sega, and I ended up setting up this guy over here, and I play on it, and for the half hour a day, or half hour a week that I have some fun, I go there and get nostalgic, and I'm a happy guy. The box of roses with the shotgun, that's Alex, right? ARs are so easy to build. If you got a GT500 skills, you can build an AR. It's like Legos. I get it, but I don't care. Alex, order an AR ASAP. They're $1,500. Send to FFL. Get a kit off of PSA, $500, and you're good to go. I can buy right now and just have to wait 5 days. They're not monetized. Finally caught alive. California. Yes, they're monetized. Garantham is monetized. You're saying Garantham is not monetized? Let me see. YouTube earnings. Social Blade. And let me see, Come on. Thumb. Right? Garantham? Import username. Wait, is this Social Blade? Top lists. YouTube. Come on. How do you... Oh, okay. Thumb. Okay, perfect. You guys say they're not monetized. So this is Social Blades, 54,000 to 865,000 a year. His monthly earnings can go from 4,500 to 72,000 a month. A gun channel, guys. A gun channel. So if you say he's not monetized, Social Blade says you're a liar. So they're monetized. So stop it with that they're not monetized bullshit. Gun channels are constantly in a battle for YouTube with monetization. Demolition Ranch is a big gun channel. I'm sure he's monetized. A lot of those gun channels on YouTube have FFLs. I'm sure YouTube looks the other way when it comes to those. Alex, can wrong gear size in a calibration affect lockup? Nope, absolutely not. Lockup has nothing to do with gear ratio. It has to do with output shaft speed. Now, if it is a Gen 1, it might have to do with it. If you have the wrong gear size. Gen 1 is mile per hour based, and mile per hour is directly affected by the tune. In a Gen 2 and Gen 3, it's output shaft speed, not mile an hour. I make like 150 a month, exactly. Gun channels very specifically cannot demonstrate loading and unloading an assembly of guns. They can only show them shooting, and they do a lot of that. Demo Ranch has several vids gotten demonetized. I'm getting a Scar H soon. They changed the rules a few years ago, so the good gun channels had to sell out. Money doesn't come from YouTube. Correct, they do sponsoring. Eric Vega says gun channels are absolutely monetized because they structure them around reviews. It's all about fitting guidelines. We're talking about guns on a car channel. It's the same thing. Alex, ARs are not 1,500 unless you get ripped off somewhere Gucci as fuck. ARs are cheap now. PSA, no, they're not. Go get yourself. Go right now. AJ, send me links to commercial stores that sell ARs, and I bet you they're $1,500 and up, unless you get some bullshit. Hey, living in Cali, being a Trump supporter, get out of there. And being a car guy, what do you think of VMP GT500 50 state legal? 50 state legal, shut the fuck up. 50 state legal. 50 state legal. 50 state legal. 50 state legal. It's a fucking blower kit. 50 state legal. Whipple is 50 state legal. Make 1,000 horsepower with that and blowing fucking smoke out the bitch. 50 state legal. We're 50 state legal. Buy our kit. We're 50 state legal. Meanwhile, guys got hood dumps in California. Demo rents got for showing how to screw on a suppressor. Damn, I miss FPS Russia. Well, that guy almost got killed when a door went by him and almost took his head off. Right, guys? Seriously, considering switching back to Lund for tuning, why did you leave? And no, you don't get to talk to Lund Jr. Who do you think you are? You think you could just talk to Lund? Why don't you talk to Bill Gates if you want to go back to a PC? Hey, I was thinking of going back to a PC. Can I talk to Bill Gates? No. If you left Lund, te jodiste. That's on you. If you want to get back on Lund, you order a Lund tune. You do not talk to Lund Jr. or Senior. Why don't you just talk to Bill Gates at this point? Hey, I want to go back. What the fuck? My fuck book fucked up. I'm going to go back to a PC. But before I go back to a PC, I want to talk to Bill Gates himself. The fuck? You buy a tune, put it in your car, and vaya con Dios. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll be back on... Actually, no. Tomorrow, I'm good. I'm free. But I'm going to drop a video. The ones that I showed you clips of. I'm going to go ahead and... get those edited today and get the video uploaded probably tomorrow around noontime or 5 p.m., whichever time they say is best. He messaged me today. I left because I didn't get customer support when I had issues. You mean you had issues, probably mechanical, and we failed at customer support, which is what we're the best at. You, sir, are a liar. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys on Thursday. That's right. Thursday, we'll talk some shit with you guys, YDBT Daily, because I work even if I'm on vacation. This vacation is not a vacation. I'm fucking working nonstop this whole vacation. Have a good rest of your night. Be on the lookout tomorrow for the video of me reviewing all those beautiful cars that this gentleman has, specifically the notch that has the heart of the Fairmont in it. Have a good